Hello everyone, welcome back to another one of my videos. You'll see that this one will be quite different from the regular ones, and that's for a reason. I wanted to show you all a basic yoga flow which you can watch and then do over and over and over again as many times as you want in the next few days, weeks, months, hopefully not months, but you never know. So yes, we'll be doing a yoga class together and I hope you will enjoy it. So grab your mat and here we go. Alright, we are ready to begin. So I want you to sit in a comfortable position of your choice. I usually sit in a half lotus because that is comfortable for me, but you can choose whether you want to sit in an easy pose like this, or perhaps you want to allow more space, so extending the legs in front slightly or completely. So yes, your choice here. Just choose a way to sit that it works for you right now, and try and sit nice and tall, relaxing through the shoulders. And before we do any movement really, I always start by shifting the attention inwards. So how do we do that? We start noticing the breath. And we also do in our own time, perhaps with the eyes closed if you can, a body scan. That means shifting your attention to each and every part of the body. Not necessarily moving those parts, but just making sure that you're checking in with each and every one of them. You make your way down the body from the back of the head all the way down to the feet, and then back up the front of the body, and you can take as much time as you like doing this. When you've done that, basically we do that to scout for any tension and to make sure that if there are any areas where tension is being held, we just make a mental note of those areas so that we can work with them during the practice a bit more. The next step, once we have made our way onto our mat, into the space that we're in, like I said, notice your breath, see how it's doing. Is it encountering any places, any areas where it's struggling to get through? If so, again, don't change anything just yet, but notice them. And once we do that, we are going to then start with our pranayama. Pranayama, to translate it in a nutshell, will be our breath work. Of course, it's more complicated than that, but we'll talk about it in another video perhaps. So what we are trying to do here is to inhale through the nose into the belly and exhale through the nose, belly to spine. So you'll see that the belly comes out towards my hand that I've placed here and falls back in towards the spine. So this is the type of breathing that we want to do. So let's do it again. So it comes, the breath comes into the belly and exits through the belly and the nose. So you want to keep your chest as still as you can as you do this, and have your breath happen in the abdominal area. The next step is to add ujjayi. Ujjayi means victorious breath and is achieved by restricting the back of the throat slightly as you exhale. So if we inhale together, restrict the back of the throat slightly. So you see the sound that this makes. We call it the oceanic sound because it sounds a bit like the ocean. So let's inhale and exhale. Beautiful. And keep breathing as I speak. This is the kind of breathing that we want to have during our yoga practice. And this is for two reasons. Keep the breathing going as I speak. The first reason is that ujjayi, and in general the abdominal breathing, brings in internal heat in the body, and that allows us to stretch deeper without causing any injury. as opposed to external heat, which might make us feel that we can stretch very deep, but actually the body isn't ready for it. And that's the first reason. The second reason is that ujjayi, or just in general pranayama, focusing on our breath, makes us essentially makes our mind still, so that we are truly practicing yoga. The word yoga comes from the Sanskrit word yog, and that means to yoke, to unite. So when we are practicing yoga, we are uniting the body and the mind. And how do we do that? We do that by the breath. So if we are not aware of how we are breathing during our practice, technically we are not practicing yoga, we are just working out. So just be aware of that. So here we go, let's go back to breathing together. So let's inhale, and ujjayi, exhale. One more, and exhale. This time we're going to inhale, both arms up, and let's exhale them down. And next we're going to start with some spinal stretches. So we're going to inhale the left arm up, really lengthening through the fingertips, and exhale, fold towards the right hand side. Inhale, open towards the ceiling, lengthening through the side ribs, and exhale, fold a little bit further down. Inhale, back to center and up. Exhale, release down and swap sides. Inhale, exhale, fold. Inhale, open and lengthen. Exhale, fold. Beautiful. Inhale, back up. Let's have both arms up, and we're going to exhale and twist towards the right. Exhale. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, twist. And again. And twist. Beautiful. Inhale, back to center. I don't have a lot of room behind me, but that's okay. And exhale, twist. Left side. And again. And twist. Last time. And twist. Let's inhale back to center. This time we're going to twist still, but our left hand is going to go to the outside of our right knee. Our right hand is going to come to the base of the spine. We're going to twist like this. So we're going a little bit deeper there. So let's inhale and exhale. One more. And exhale. Inhale back to center, arms up, and other side. Exhale, twist. Inhale. Exhale. Last time. Beautiful. Let's inhale back up and center, and exhale, fold forwards. Inhale, look up. Maybe walk your hands out a bit, and exhale, fold forwards. Inhale, look up, lengthen through the spine. Maybe walk hands out again and fold. Inhale, engage the core, come all the way up. Exhale, lower the hands by your side and extend the legs in front. Give the legs a wiggle if they've been crossed and such. And we are going to do some folding forwards. So we'll start with Janusirsasana, head to knee pose. Now, if you have a strap, and you normally use a strap in your practice, this is a great little tool that we can use. If you don't have it, that's absolutely fine. You can do without, or if you want to use something similar, you can just grab a t-shirt and use it as a strap. Anything that you have in the house that you think might work. So we're going to place the strap, if we're using it, around the feet, and we're just going to leave it there. Now we're sitting nice and tall on our sit bones, so we're moving the fleshy parts of the glutes away so that we're sitting really nice and tall. And then we're going to grab the left leg to the pelvis. It's coming up all the way as close as you can, and then we're going to let it drop to the side. You really don't need to readjust this foot too much. In fact, the hamstring is quite a delicate muscle, so if you push the foot too harshly against it, it might bruise, so we don't want that. We're just gonna let it drop like this. And we're going to inhale to lengthen up, and we're going to exhale and fold over this right leg. Now, your foot, your right foot, needs to be as flexed as you can keep it. And here you are, you're either grabbing your foot or your strap, or you're just doing this. Absolutely fine. Wherever we are, I'm going to use the strap right now. We're going to inhale to lengthen and look up. We're going to exhale and fold. Now, especially if you're using a strap or grabbing your foot, you want to try and relax through the shoulders as much as you can. So we're going to inhale, relax through the shoulders, exhale, fold. And again, and fold. Last time, and fold. Release the strap if you're using it. Inhale, lengthen up. Exhale, release the hands down. Before we do the other side, we're going to twist one more time. We're going to grab this left foot, put it over the right leg. The toes are in line with the knee. And we're going to leave this right leg either there, or we're going to fold it underneath and sit against it. Okay, here we go. Now the right arm lifts, hugs that front knee, and our hand at the base of the spine, once again by the sacrum, and twist. And again, inhale, lengthen, exhale, twist. One last time. Always twisting from the waist, so just not the head moving, just the whole upper body. Inhale back to center, exhale, swan arms is what I call them, and exhale, extend both legs in front, give them a wiggle, and we're going to swap sides. So this time is our right leg that comes up to the pelvis, really hug it as tight as you can, and then I'm going to drop to the side. And here we go, let's inhale. Exhale, grab your strap, your foot, wherever you want to use today, and fold. Inhale, lengthen. Remember to relax through the shoulders as much as you can, and fold. And again, and fold. Last time, and fold. Release the strap if you're using it, engage the core, come up. Exhale, lower arms by the side, and let's twist again. This is the Lord of Fish pose. So, right foot over the left leg stays there or folds underneath, and inhale, left arm lifts, hug that front knee, and twisting. And again, and twist. One last time. Inhale back to center, arms up. Exhale, release the hands to the side. Now let's remove the strap and let's find a tabletop position, which is on all fours. So you've got your wrists and your shoulders in line, your knees and your hips in line. And we're going to inhale to look up into a cow pose. Your belly drops freely towards the mat. And then we're going to exhale, arching the back, into a cat, looking towards our navel. And again, inhale, look up. Exhale. Last time. And exhale, cat. Inhale, center. Exhale. Let's do a thread the needle. So we're going to inhale, right arm lifts, really open towards the sky, and then exhale, thread the needle. Now your head is on the mat or on the floor. If you have a block or a book that you can use for support if the head doesn't quite touch the floor, this is how you do it. Otherwise, just using the floor as support for your head. And what I normally do here is I turn my, in this case, right palm down, so that the fingers can help me for even more support, and then I can inhale to lift the left leg up to the sky in this case. And I'm going to exhale here. Inhale, I'm going to lengthen through the leg, and exhale it down again. And inhale back to center, and exhale. And other side, inhale, left arm lifts, and exhale, thread the needle. And again, inhale, right leg up this time. If you want to, you don't have to. And exhale. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, release. And inhale back to center. And exhale there. And I'm going to start transitioning to a down dog now. So hands move slightly forwards, toes out, tucked under, and I'm going to push back and up to a down dog. And I'm going to take a few moments here to really get this first down dog perhaps of the day right. So I'm going to start stretching each leg individually, bending the other one out, paddling with the feet, doing anything, even in the upper body that my body might need. Maybe any leg raises, anything like that, just for a few moments. And then I'm going to find stillness in my down dog for one full breath. And a big inhale. And exhale, we're going to walk the feet to the back of your hands. I'm going to turn here. Hair. And I'm going to have, so the feet hip width apart, toes slightly turning in, knees soft. And in this case, I'm going to grab opposite elbow or upper arm, and I'm going to swing gently from side to side to release the lower back. Gentle shakes to the head, perhaps, releasing through the neck as well. And then I'm going to drop the hands to the mat to heel the feet together. I'm going to gently unroll to come up to standing. So, shoulders back, head comes up last. Ready in our Tadasana. So, Tadasana, mountain pose, we're going to inhale onto the tiptoes, really stretching through the feet, and exhale the heels down again. You can do this a few times. And then we're going to inhale arms up, exhale them to heart space, namaste, and we're going to cross the thumbs to help straighten the arms. I'm moving to the front of my mat, but you can stay where you are. We're going to inhale forwards and up into an extended Tadasana, which I hope you'll be able to see from the recording. And exhale, fold forwards into Uttanasana. Now, your knees can be soft here. Anything that will allow you to have your hands by your feet. Otherwise, if your legs can be straight, that's great as well. We're going to inhale to step back with the right foot, drop the knee and look up, low lunge. And then we're going to step back into a plank. So I'm going to have my wrists and shoulders stacked and my heels and the balls of my feet stacked. And we're going to inhale here if you need to. I'm going to exhale, dropping the knees, the chest and the chin. Notice my elbows are close to the sides of my body, and this is 8-point pose. Then we're going to inhale forwards and up into a cobra, which by the way can be a small cobra. You don't have to go all the way up. Your big toes are together, your heels are rolling out, and we're going to inhale again because we probably need it. Roll the shoulders back, and again, tuck toes under, exhale, down dog. All right, and one full breath here in down dog. And now we're going to inhale and step in with the right foot in between the hands. If it doesn't get there all the way, you just push it through. Drop the left knee and look up. And ready to step forwards this time. Inhale. Exhale, fold forwards. Inhale, come all the way up. Extended Tadasana. Exhale, fold forwards. Ready to the left side now. Inhale, left foot steps back. Drop the knee and look up. Ready for our plank. Step back and exhale, knees, chest, chin. Ashtanga Namaskar. Inhale forwards and up. Bhujangasana, cobra pose, shoulders away from the ears. And let's inhale again. Tuck toes under. Exhale, down dog. Great. And one full breath here. And inhale, left foot steps in between the hands. Drop right knee down, look up. And ready to step forwards. And exhale, fold forwards. This time we're going to do a half lift, which is also known as flat back. So inhale, look ahead. flat back, exhale, fold. Inhale, come all the way up, arms out, extended Tadasana, and exhale, fold forwards. We'll do another round with some variations. So we're going to inhale, right foot steps back. Don't drop anything unless you need to. We're going to come up to a high lunge. And exhale, hands to heart. Now, if this is too much for anyone, you can of course drop your knee down. Otherwise, try and keep that back leg straight as you can. We're going to inhale to lengthen and exhale to twist over our left leg. Once again, we are twisting from the waist. And inhale to lengthen, exhale to twist, and again, and twist. And inhale back to center, arms up, hands together, exhale, namaste to floor, and ready to step back into a plank again. And exhale there. We're going to hold plank for 3 breaths. If it's too much for anyone, you can of course drop your knees. Otherwise, strong core, and here we are. Exhale. 2 more. Last one. Beautiful. And big inhale into the belly. Exhale, knees, chest, chin. Let's hold this for 1 breath. Let's inhale and exhale. This time inhale forwards and up. Back to your cobra and exhale there. Roll the shoulders away from the ears. Inhale, look up. Tuck toes under. Exhale. Down dog. And 1 full breath here. Beautiful. And actually we'll do a few more breaths here. Again, if you need a break at any point, you just drop your knees down and take a child's pose. Otherwise, we're going to stay strong in our down dog. We're going to make it a bit dynamic. So with each inhale, we lengthen. With each exhale, we fill the space that we've created. So perhaps it's our heels that lengthen down towards the mat. Or perhaps we are lengthening almost our armpits towards our thighs. Or perhaps we're lengthening through our tailbone. So the tailbone is lengthening upwards towards the sky. 1 more breath here. Big inhale to belly. Exhale, drop your knees to the mat, either together or apart. And sit down towards your heels. And this is child's pose. And we take this opportunity to reconnect with the breath, to re-establish that connection that may have gotten lost somewhere, especially as soon as the practice becomes more dynamic. The breath will travel or attempt to travel back up towards the chest area, and so this is our opportunity to push it back down towards the abdomen. We're going to try and relax through the shoulders, and we're going to focus on our abdomen, on that very little space that the belly has, to expand towards the thighs and then retreat back towards the spine. Should be our focus when we're here. And if you're not quite seated on your heels just yet, you can use your exhales to sit closer towards them. Let's have 2 more breaths here. Last breath. Alright, now we're going to start transitioning back into our down dog. reconvene here. And we're going to start working the tailbone. So this time we're going to use our breath specifically for lengthening through the tailbone. So we're going to inhale to the tiptoes, really stretching through the feet. We're going to push the tailbone back and up towards the sky. And then we're going to exhale and lower the heels back down towards the mat. Let's do this 3 more times. Inhale to tiptoes. Push tailbone back and up towards the sky. Exhale, lower the heels down. Twice more. Inhale. Push. Exhale. Last time. Push. Exhale. Beautiful. And 1 regular breath just here, holding down dog. Excellent. All right, and we're going to now inhale and step through with the right foot in between the hands. And what we are doing here, we are twisting in a close twist. So we're going to have our left hand on the mat and we're going to twist up towards our right thigh. And again, our back leg wants to be straight if it's off the floor. If you need it on the floor, that's absolutely fine. But here we go. We're going to inhale to lengthen through this right arm and exhale to twist and open towards the sky. And again, you should feel the right glute working right here. Let's do 1 more. Big inhale, exhale back to center, lovely. And this time we're going to inhale to step forwards. And exhale, fold forwards. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, come all the way up. Extend to Tadasana. And exhale, fold forwards. Left side of this round. So here we go. Let's inhale. Left foot steps back. And come up to your high lunge. Hands together. Inhale. Exhale, hands to heart. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, twist. And again, inhale. And exhale. Inhale, back to center. Hands together, exhale, namaste to floor, and inhale to your plank. Exhale there, and 3 breaths here. 2. Last one. Big inhale to belly. Exhale either with your 8-point pose or with a chaturanga. So lowering down towards the mat and then inhale forwards and up into your cobra or an up dog. Up dog is with the knees off the floor. And tuck your toes under. Exhale, down dog. So you've just done a vinyasa. Vinyasa, you have 2 options, from plank to go down to an 8-point pose, so dropping your knees, chest and chin, and then following that with a cobra, or from plank to chaturanga, so lowering down but not touching the floor, and transitioning to an up dog, so with the knees, like a cobra with the knees off the floor. And then we end up back in our down dog. 1 more breath. All right, and oh yeah, we have to hold down dog for a few more breaths. So this time, I want you to focus on either your arms lengthening. They might want to bend, you want to lengthen them out. Your spine needs to be 1 straight line from the crown of your head all the way to your tailbone. And that tailbone that we did before is lengthening back and up towards the sky. Your legs are also straight. For some of us, they might want to bend. So we're going to use our exhales to lengthen through them. 1 more breath. And your head, by the way, needs to be in between your upper arms. So not too high, not too low, just comfortably in between to maintain that length in the spine. All right, big inhale to belly. And exhale, drop your knees to the mat. Perhaps you want to try a different variation here. If your knees were together before, perhaps have your knees wide, the mat width apart, and you make your way down into another child's pose. Once again, using this opportunity to reconnect with your breath. Make sure that your breath doesn't go dormant. That means just happen because it happens, but rather we want to keep making it happen the way we want to, so with knowledge and awareness of when our inhalations and exhalations are happening. Mindfully lengthening the breath and deepening the breath, pushing it down towards the abdomen. Some of us, if the shoulders can't really relax like this, we can wrap them around the body. For some of us, the forehead might not be able to go all the way to the mat, so that sort of block might be useful as well. Wherever we are, we're going to stay here for a few more breaths. And again, remember you can use your exhales to lengthen and sit back towards your heels. Last breath here, we're really going to make it count. Alright, and when we're ready, unless you need more time here, we're going to start transitioning back into a down dog. Alright, and we're going to do a little something with our down dog now. We're going to inhale onto the tiptoes, really stretching through the feet. We're going to exhale into a plank. We're going to inhale here, exhale, push back, down dog. Let's do this again. Let's inhale onto tiptoes, stretching through the feet, exhale, plank, big inhale, and exhale, down dog. Twice more, inhale tiptoes, exhale plank, without rushing anything. Inhale, exhale, down dog. Last time, well done. Beautiful. One last breath here in down dog. Excellent. And let's inhale. Left foot steps in between the hands. And right hand firmly down on the mat. And twisting towards our left thigh. So back leg as straight as you can have it. And inhale, lengthen through the left arm. Exhale, twist. Imagine I'm pulling you back from that left arm. Inhale. One more, feel this left glute area working. Big inhale. Exhale back to center. And we're going to step forwards. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. And this time inhale all the way up. And exhale, namaste, hands to heart. Okay, so now before we go into another sequence, we're going to come into a balance. And I thought we might do tree Vrkonasana pose today. So we're going to be starting on your left leg as your standing leg. So first and foremost, I want you to make sure that that foot is fully working. So all of the four corners of the foot are working and taking in weight. And then we're going to start shifting our weight onto that standing leg. And then when we have the balance, we're going to place the other foot either just off the floor or on the shin or all the way out to the thigh, or indeed more advanced variations with this sort of thing. So wherever you want to be, just remember you want to be aligned. You want your right knee in this case to be opening out slightly. And then we're going to have our hands at heart space. We're going to cross the thumbs again. We're going to inhale forwards and up really slowly. And we're going to exhale and bend the forearms behind us, really stretching through here. And then we're going to inhale them back up. And when we're ready, we're going to exhale and open into a blossoming tree. So hands in chin mudra, index finger and thumb together, the 3 fingers extended out. And we're going to stay here and breathe. Remember, if you don't have the perfect balance to begin with, just try and have your drishti, your gaze, fixed on something that isn't moving. And remember to breathe. Relaxing through the shoulders. Last breath. Beautiful. Let's inhale the arms back up. Exhale them to heart space. And mindfully release the leg. And let's do the other side. So starting with the activation of your right foot in this case. So make sure it's fully working, fully active. Then start shifting the weight. And then place your other foot where you want it to be. That left knee now is opening out. Hands come to heart space, crossing thumbs, inhaling forwards and up. Exhaling, bending those forearms back, stretching up there. And then inhale them back up. When you're ready, open into your blossoming tree. Remember to relax through the shoulders, to breathe. And also remember that one side might feel easier than the other. That's absolutely fine. One day a balance might be great, another day might be awful. That's also absolutely normal. Often depends on how your mind is doing as well. So don't be too harsh on yourself if you fall out. Just come back in whenever you're ready. One last breath. Alright, let's inhale, arms up. Exhale them to heart. And mindfully release the leg. Very nice. And let's give our legs a shake. Beautiful. Alright, back to the front of the mat for me. So I'm going to cross my thumbs again. I'm going to inhale forwards and up. Extended Tadasana, starting to push my hips further out now. And exhale, fold forwards. Inhale, we're going to step back with the right foot. And this time we're going to drop the heel down. Now my front left foot might be moving out towards the left some. And that's for me to come up to a stable and solid warrior one, Virabhadrasana one. Now notice my hips are squared to the short edge of my mat. And I'm going to inhale here and exhale to bend into that deep hip stretch. And this time I'm going to inhale to lengthen. I'm going to realign my feet some and I'm going to open into a warrior two. Now, as you can see, my hips now are squared to the long edge of my mat. My arms are parallel to the floor, back leg is still straight. That front knee might want to close in on me. I'm going to push it out when that happens. Okay, from here we're going to inhale to what I call a flying warrior. Exhale, warrior two. And again. And exhale. Last time. Exhale. This time we're going to inhale and straighten the front leg. Going to reach, reach, reach. When I can't reach any longer, that's when I come down to a Trikonasana. And again, for those of you who use a block here, oops, you can have your hand on the block, or simply a chin, or if you feel that you are not quite reaching properly, just have your hand further up your thigh. And if you can, look towards your top hand, absolutely fine, otherwise look towards your bottom foot. Alright, let's inhale, arms up, exhale, bend that front knee, and inhale, exhale, hover the arms to frame the front foot, and ready to step back into a plank. Lovely. Now we're going to take a vinyasa, so big inhale here. Exhale, 8-point pose or chaturanga. Inhale, up double cobra. And exhale, down dog. Very nice. Now, one full breath here in down dog. And inhale to tiptoes. Drop the heels to the right and coming to a side plank. You can have your bottom leg down for this as well, if this is too much. Otherwise, just going to hang here. One more breath. Big inhale, lengthen. Exhale back to center, regular plank. And guess what? Another vinyasa. Big inhale. Exhale, 8-point pose or chaturanga, followed by your up double cobra inhale. And when you're ready to exhale, down dog. One full breath here. And exhale. All right, and big inhale onto tiptoes. Drop the heels down to the left. And find your side plank here. Those of us who want to do leg lifts, this is an option. Otherwise, just stay where you are. One more breath. And inhale. And exhale back to regular plank. Big inhale. Exhale, vinyasa. One full breath here. And let's inhale and step in with the right foot. And once again, this right foot might move to the side. Back heel drops and warrior one. Once again, hips squared, the shoulder edge of the mat. Let's inhale and exhale. This time inhale. Realign the feet. Find your warrior two. Wider stance. And inhale. Let's push up the shoulders all the way up to the ears. Not very comfortable, so let's exhale them down the spine. There we go. And the front knee from closing in. And flying warrior, inhale. And exhale. And inhale. And exhale. One more. And exhale. And this time, inhale, straighten the front leg. Reach, reach, reach. Exhale, Trikonasana. And breathe. Imagine that you are in between two panels of glass, keeping you upright. Lovely. Let's inhale, arms back up. Exhale, bend the front knee. Big inhale. Exhale, hover the arms down to front the foot. And ready to step forwards. Exhale, fold forwards. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, come all the way up. One last extended Tadasana. And exhale, fold forwards. This time we're going to heel the feet to mat width apart. So you'll have your short edge of the mat here. And you'll have your toes slightly opening out. And we're going to sit in a squat, Maliszewska. I'm going to close my eyes here just for a moment. And I'm going to swing gently from side to side. When I'm in this pose, I like to think of the Sahasrara chakra, the crown chakra, just above our heads. We'll talk about chakras in another video, but just for the purpose of this practice, what I'm thinking of here is the flower associated with the Sahasrara chakra, which is the 1,000-petal lotus flower. I like to imagine it hovering just above my head when I'm in this pose. And the color here is either a pure white or a violet. You can visualize that light coming out from this 1,000-petal lotus flower. Just for one more breath. Alright, we're going to flicker the eyes open again, and we're going to just sit down. Alright, we're going to make our way down to seated. We're just going to do it by massaging the spine. So we're going to grab the front of the knees, the back is an option as well. And we're going to whoop, roll down, and then back up. And again, and up. And this last time we're going to stay down. And we're going to hug the knees to the chest and massage the back, especially the lower back. And then we're going to come up to a bridge as we come closer to the conclusion of our class. So we're going to have our feet on the mat, knees bent, and then we want to keep the knees sort of where they are now. So when we inhale to lift the hips, they might want to move apart. We just want to try and keep them as still as we can. So here we go. We're going to inhale to lift. Exhale and lower. And again. And lower. This time we're going to come up and hold the pose. So let's inhale. We can clasp the hands underneath our back, squeezing the shoulder blades together. You'll see that my fist is firmly on the mat. It's not lifting up. It's firmly down. And I am really resting on my shoulders basically. So I'm going to inhale to push the hips high. Exhale and release. And again. Exhale and release. Really resisting the temptation of having those knees move apart. Last time. And big inhale. Exhale, release everything all the way down to the mat and hug the knees again to the chest. And we're going to come up one more time. We're going to place the feet down. So once again, either bridge exactly the way that we've done it or wheel. If you want to do a wheel, place your hands by your ears and wherever you are, whether you're doing bridge or wheel, inhale up. All right. And maybe in a wheel, you can do your three-legged wheel. Wherever you are breathing. One more breath. And if you're in a wheel, take your chin under and start rolling out. If you're on bridge, start releasing down and everyone, just hug knees to the chest. Maybe take a happy baby, grabbing the big toes, or the feet, or the shins, and just rock gently from side to side. Being a little playful just before our final relaxation. We're going to let go of the feet. We're going to extend the legs in front if that's comfortable for us. Feet will go mat width apart and they will be opening out. And this is our Shavasana, arms by the side, palms facing up. If you wanted something different, you could have your feet together and your knees apart. Or if this isn't comfortable at all, nor is Shavasana, you can have your knees together and your feet apart. Wherever you are, you're going to get ready to release the breath. So we're going to inhale deeply into the belly. We're going to open the mouth and exhale with a sigh. We'll do one more of those. Big inhale. And exhale. Lovely. And you are going to stay in your final relaxation pose for a few minutes, as long as you want to. The only important thing to remember is to let go of the breath, of your pranayama, to let the breath go back to normal, to just happening basically. And when you're done, you're going to transition back up to seated, very, very slowly, taking your time. And if you would like to finish with an Om or some chanting, then of course you'll be welcome to do that. I'm going to leave you here and it's been a pleasure to teach you, and I look forward to seeing you in one of the next videos. Thank you for your hard work, and namaste.